Welcome friends for online session number 3, class 10, subject biology, chapter number 5, life process. I am G.R. Chopade, PGT biology, JNV Sangli. So today's discussion, respiration system, types of respiration, human respiratory system, then we will summarize an assignment. See, this is a respiration. We have a respiratory system in human beings, and this is how the exchange of gases takes place. So there is one activity in your textbook to understand. Carbon dioxide is present more in air or in our body. Okay. Now see how the activity can be done. Take some freshly prepared lime water in a test tube. Blow air through this lime water by taking the straw. Note how long it takes for the lime water to turn milky. Then use a syringe or pitchcarry to pass air through some other fresh lime water taken in another test tube. Note how long it takes for this lime water to turn milky. So compare both. Now see how here students are doing. One is blowing through the mouth in a fresh lime water, and other students are observing in the classroom. Okay, even you can do interaction during that. See, one is blowing with the pitchkari or with the help of syringe. And here you can see that the lime water turns into milky when you blow, and it will take a less time to change into milky compared to the pitchkari. So that indicates carbon dioxide is more in our body because that is the product of a respiration. So this is how the students will answer when you ask the question. So one more experiment you can do, that is fermentation, anaerobic respiration. So students here, they are taken the different fruit juices. You can see the different color, and they added the yeast by adding the oil. So then also the lime water turns into milky. So the yeast also produce carbon dioxide during that fermentation process. Now, what is respiration? The process of releasing energy from the food by oxidation and breaking down. So during this process, adenosine triphosphate, that is ATP, is synthesized. Here the ATP will be added. When energy is required, so this ATP breaks into ADP and inorganic phosphate and release the bond energy for utilization in the animal body. Now depends upon whether oxygen use or not use. There are two types of respiration. Difference very important. एग्जाम में पूछेंगे, सभी इसका टेबल तैयार करेंगे. Aerobic takes place in presence of oxygen. Here glucose completely break down into carbon dioxide and water. It takes place in mitochondria. So wherever there is a mitochondria, in such cell only aerobic respiration takes place. It produces more energy. Okay, it is generally takes place in all higher plants and all animals. In another hand, anaerobic respiration do not use of oxygen to break down glucose, so it will take place in absence of oxygen. It is an incomplete process. See here, completely glucose will break. Here the glucose is converted into ethanol and carbon dioxide or lactic acid. It takes place in the cytoplasm. So wherever there is a mitochondria not there, only anaerobic respiration takes place. Compared to aerobic, it produces less energy, and generally it takes place in some bacteria and yeast cell. Okay, now, so this flow chart is given in your textbook, you see. So glucose is the main respiratory product that will undergo oxidation, 6 carbon molecule. In cytoplasm, it is converted into 2 molecules of pyruvate या pyruvic acid, which is 3 carbon compound या molecule, and release energy. So this pyruvic acid, conversion of glucose into pyruvic acid, common for all these 3 passages या path. First path is in absence of oxygen. Best example, yeast. So pyruvic acid is converted into 2 carbon molecule ethanol, carbon dioxide, and release energy. So which molecules convert which, that is very important. In our body, that is lack of oxygen. When the oxygen become less in our body, especially in muscle cells, so pyruvic acid converted into lactic acid and energy. So lactic acid is 3 carbon, pyruvate is 3 carbon, so here no CO2 is released. In presence of oxygen, where there is a mitochondria like our cell, a plant cell, so pyruvic acid further converted into carbon dioxide, water, and energy. So this is aerobic respiration, and these above two are anaerobic respiration pathway. But what is common to both? Glucose is converted into pyruvate. So what you call that step? Glycolysis. It is first step in breakdown of glucose. A 6 carbon molecule break into 3 carbon molecule called pyruvate. This process takes place in the cytoplasm and no oxygen is required for this. So in our muscles, when there is a lack of oxygen, the pyruvate is converted into lactic acid, which is 3 carbon compound. So if the lactic acid produced, it build up in our muscles during a sudden activity, say more exercise, and cause a cramp, muscle cramp. So that is due to muscle fatigue, and that is due to accumulation of lactic acid. Okay, so if you run for 100 meters, suddenly you do very vigorous exercise, so you feel the muscle cramp. Okay, that is accumulation of lactic acid. ये बहुत important question है, बार बार पूछते हैं. See, glucose, one molecule is converted into pyruvic acid, 2 molecules, that is glycolysis in cytoplasm. Oxygen, if is available, that will undergo a Krebs cycle in mitochondria, convert into 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 6 molecules of water, and produce more amount of energy, that is 38 ATP molecules. So glucose, again one molecule, common process is glycolysis. So, but in absence of oxygen in our muscle cell, a tissue, instead of CO2 water, it produces 2 molecules of lactic acid and only 2 ATP energy. So हम थक जाते हैं. So वही pyruvic acid in absence of oxygen in yeast, उसको हम alcohol fermentation भी बोल सकते हैं. Alcohol fermentation. Okay, fermentation. Ethyl alcohol, C2H5OH, 2 molecules of carbon dioxide and 2 molecules of ATP. Okay, so ये NTSC है या KVPY एग्जाम है, उसके लिए इसको दिया गया है. So respiration in plants. So before that we have seen this one. Now respiration in plants. Plant exchange gases through stomata. Carbon dioxide and oxygen are exchanged by diffusion process. So the direction of diffusion depends upon the environmental conditions and the requirement of the plant. For example, during night, when there is no photosynthesis takes place, so carbon dioxide release as a major gas, and during daytime, so they release oxygen by photosynthesis. That is how they will change. The exchange of gases depends upon the environmental conditions. During the day, carbon dioxide generated during respiration is used for photosynthesis. So generally they cannot release CO2 during the day, only they release oxygen, and during night they release carbon dioxide. Hence there is no CO2 is released. Instead, oxygen release is the major event during the daytime. So plants do not have specific respiratory system. So root exchange gases through root hair in the soil. Leaf and young branches, yeah, stem through the stomata, they exchange the gases, and old stem and root through the old root through the lenticles. So root hair, stomata, lenticles are the respiratory organ present in the different parts of the plant. Okay. Now, how it differs from animals. So in plants, all the parts of the plant perform respiration individually, yeah, exchange of gases individually. In plants, there is a little transport of respiratory gases from one part of the body to another because every part is involved in exchange of gases. Respiration in plants occurs at a very, very slow rate. In animals, special organ perform respiration as a single unit. For example, in our body, lungs. In fish, gills. Respiratory gases are usually transported over a long distance inside an animal during the respiration process. The respiration in animals occurs at a much faster rate. So from the lungs, the gases are transported all over the body. Respiration in human beings involves inspiration, that is breathing in, expiration, that is breathing out, exchange of gases in the lungs, and transport of gases to the tissues. So we'll see these four. Now, there is one more activity for you. So these are aquatic animals. Observe the fish in your aquarium. So they open and close their mouth and gill slits, that is operculum, behind their eyes. Count the number of times the fish open and closes the mouth in a minute and compare the number of times you breathe per minute. Okay. So what you will observe? You observe that we breathe more. Okay, sorry. The fish will breathe more than us. Why? Since the amount of dissolved oxygen in the water is very low compared to the amount of oxygen in the air. So therefore, the rate of breathing in aquatic organism is much faster than the land organisms or terrestrial organisms. So fish take water through their mouth and force it pass through the gills where the dissolved oxygen is taken up by the blood present in the gills. Okay. Now, what should be the characters of respiratory organs? All respiratory organs have structure that increase the surface area. So the lungs have around 80 meters square surface area. Organs should contact the oxygen-rich atmosphere directly or indirectly. Surface of the respiratory organ या exchange of gases should be very thin, moist and delicate होना चाहिए. It is usually placed in a within the body or well protected. See, our lungs are protected in our chest. So there is a mechanism of moving the air in and out. So if these 5 characters are there, so they are called respiratory organ. Very, very important question. ये जरूर आएगा एग्जाम में. इसको note करेंगे आप. See, this is the human respiratory system. Okay, you can draw this diagram. So there are external nares, yeah, nostril, then nasal cavity, then nasopharynx, yeah, pharynx, larynx, that is the trachea, sound box, then a windpipe, yeah, trachea, then bronchi are there and bronchioles are there. So here you can see, and below there is a diaphragm and there is a rib cage. Okay, bronchi and lungs are there. See. So this is from your textbook. You can draw this diagram. Nose, nasal passage. Okay. Then this is a pharynx. Here is a larynx. Then a trachea. See, the trachea has a rings of cartilage. So that does not allow the collapse when the air is absent. Then there are bronchi, left and right bronchi. Then bronchioles and air sacs. And it is protected by ribs. Okay. And below it is a diaphragm. So it is a full pack airtight chest cavity. Or you can see similar diagram here also. Okay. Now see this video. So this is our respiratory system. How the air is enter in and air is go out. Okay. So this is what you call breathing. Now, so this is a trachea. Then this is a bronchi. So these are bronchioles. Then they are divided into alveoli in the lungs. Okay. See, there are rings of cartilage and this is the inner side of the trachea. Then these are bronchi. Okay, here the air will come and these bronchioles will carry that air to the alveoli. See, these are the alveoli and here the exchange of gases are taking place. See, this is oxygen and CO2. So these are the inner area. See, then it will come to the again back to the bronchioles. From bronchioles, it will come to the trachea. From trachea, it will go outside the body, the nose. See, here in the alveoli, they are very rich with the blood capillaries. So blue color, carbon dioxide rich, red color, oxygen rich. This is how there is a more air space. See, here the oxygen is taken by the blood cells, RBC, and carbon dioxide is exchanged between the alveoli and the blood capillaries. So blood will transport oxygen to the different parts of the body, and even it will bring certain amount of carbon dioxide. Okay, so this is our respiratory system. Now, parts of respiratory system. Nostril, the external opening of the respiratory system. Nostril. Nasal cavity and nasal passage. Here air is filtered by the presence of fine hairs, even warm and moistened, and also it will trap the dust particles in the mucus present in that. So here air is get filtered and even it will bring to the normal temperature. Third part, pharynx. Nasal cavity opens into the posterior part of that windpipe. Here you can see larynx. So larynx is a small box and it forms the connection between the pharynx and a trachea, a windpipe. Okay, and they're all covered by here a cartilage. A large leaf-like epiglottis. So here is an epiglottis. So this epiglottis guard the opening of the larynx. Okay, that is called glottis. So this is also we have studied in a digestive system of human beings. So it will prevent the entry of food particles in the trachea. Trachea is a tubular structure divided into right and left bronchi that enter into the lungs. And these trachea have a rings of cartilage, so they prevent the collapse of air passage when the air is absent. So these bronchi are further subdivided into many alveolar ducts that lead to alveoli, or what you call air sac. So this is how a trachea. So this is bronchi. So these are bronchioles and these are air sacs. So lungs. So there are paired structure present in the thoracic or pleural cavity. A double-layered pleural membrane encloses the lung for its protection. So lungs are protected by pleural membrane. So between the pleural membrane, two pleural membrane, it contains a fluid secreted by the wall. So which reduce the friction and makes the movement of lungs easy. Now these are alveoli which are grouped in a clusters, and surrounding the alveoli there is a network of capillaries surrounds each alveoli. So that will help in exchange of gases. So they have more surface area. So mechanism of breathing. So breathing or pulmonary ventilation. Exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Transport of gases in blood takes place. Now, to take place a breathing, so lungs are sealed in a pleural membrane inside the chest cavity. At the bottom of the cavity is a large flat muscle layer known as diaphragm. So therefore, this chest, ribs, and this diaphragm make that a airtight chamber. During inhalation, the diaphragm contracts and the rib gauge rise up, diaphragm go down. So this expand the volume of the chest cavity, thoracic cavity. Volume increases. So when the volume increases, the pressure decreases. And we know that chest cavity is sealed, only one end is opening. So this creates the partial vacuum inside the cavity. So atmospheric pressure is very high compared to lungs. So it fills the lungs as air rushes into the breathing passage from outside to inside because of the difference in the pressure. So this is a rib gauge rises and the diaphragm go down. Okay, जो dome shape है, it will become flat. So volume increases, pressure decreases. Here also you can see there are internal and external intercostal muscles are there. Oblique muscles are there. See the diaphragm contracts, ribs, sternum raised, so the air will enter from outside to inside. And here when the diaphragm relax, okay, so it will go to the original position. Ribs and sternum returns to the original position. So the volume of thorax decreases, pressure increases, so the air will expel outside the lungs. So this is what you call expiration, and this is what you call inspiration. Okay, here you can see during inspiration position of the diaphragm, and during expiration the position of diaphragm, and here the intercostal muscles. Exhalation, relaxation of the diaphragm and the intercostal muscles returns the diaphragm and sternum to their normal position and reduce the pulmonary volume. So this leads to increase in the intrapulmonary pressure above the atmospheric pressure, so causing the expulsion of air from the lungs. Yeah, moving of air high pressure to low pressure. Okay, so very important, inhalation and exhalation. Now how breathing is controlled? See, breathing is controlled by, so this medulla oblongata. So here is in a medulla. So that is the part of our nervous system. So the medulla oblongata monitors the carbon dioxide in the blood. So according to that, so breathing will take place. Now, exchange of gases. So the gas exchange takes place in the alveoli. So that is the exchange area. Oxygen diffuses into the blood capillaries. So here you can see oxygen is diffusing from alveoli to the blood capillary, and that will combine with this RBC. And carbon dioxide from the blood diffuses into the alveoli. So here the carbon dioxide diffuses. So here exchange of gases takes place between, this is the alveoli and this is the capillaries which are surrounding the air sac. Okay. Now exchange from the high pressure to low pressure of gases. From alveoli to blood, oxygen will exchange. From blood to alveoli, carbon dioxide will exchange. In tissue level, from blood to tissue, oxygen, because the tissue needs the oxygen, and now the blood contain more oxygen near the tissues. And from tissue to blood, carbon dioxide, because tissue use the oxygen and produce more carbon dioxide during that respiration process. So this is how always the gases will move from high concentration to low concentration. That is called diffusion. Now, so smoking is injurious to health. We heard about. Using tobacco directly or any product of tobacco in the form of cigar, cigarettes, bidis, hookah, gutka, etc. is very harmful. It commonly affects the tongue, lungs, heart, or even liver. It causes heart attack, strokes, pulmonary diseases, and several forms of cancer like oral cancer, lung cancer. So many people are dying due to these cancers. So therefore, avoid use of a tobacco. Even there is a emphysema disease. Okay. So say no to tobacco and its products. Now how transport of gases takes place? First, oxygen. 97% of the oxygen is transported from the lungs to the tissue in combination with the hemoglobin. So hemoglobin combines with oxygen and produce oxyhemoglobin, that is transported. So hemoglobin is a red color pigment present in RBC that transport oxygen. Only 3% of oxygen transported in dissolved condition, because oxygen is less soluble than carbon dioxide. Transport of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide transport more in dissolved state. Approximately 5 to 7% carbon dioxide is transported, being dissolved in the plasma of blood. 0.3 ml of carbon dioxide transported per 100 ml of blood in the form of bicarbonates. So most of the more than 70 to 75% are transported in the form of bicarbonate. Carbon dioxide produced by the tissues diffuse passively into the blood. Blood may react with the water and they form carbonic acid. And this carbonic acid bring to the alveoli. Again, there is reverse process takes place that was studied detail in 11th class. Okay. So this is about air respiration. We have studied in plant and also in human beings. Okay, there are two types of respiration, aerobic and anaerobic respiration. But the main aim of the respiration process is to release energy present in the chemical bond like glucose molecules. So thank you, and I request to join my next class.